I think I was 30 at the time. I've never ever noticed a spot on the bottom of my foot because who looks there? I was watching an episode of The Doctors and they were talking about different types of skin cancer.
This is a killer. It's called the hidden melanoma, one of the most serious forms. You can find these on the palms of the hands, the soles of the feet. This type of melanoma has a tendency to metastasize.
My grandmother had melanoma, so I started listening, and one of the things that they said was a lot of people don't know that they should check their feet. Even though the sun doesn't reach those spaces, you could still get cancer there. I was like, oh, I don't see anything in between my feet. And then I lifted up my foot and sure enough, freckle. It took me almost 3 years to finally go to the doctor. Do I wish I would have gone sooner? Yeah. I had off from work that day and I got a phone call and the doctor said, I'm sorry to tell you this, but you have melanoma. And I was in shock. I cried. My kids were just sitting right next to me eating lunch and I thought, but I'm so young. I was disappointed that I hadn't gone sooner, but I was so glad that I went. I had a type of surgery called Mohs surgery. I have a scar to remind me that it was there. Anytime you hear the word cancer, it's scary. I just felt like if this is gonna happen to me, it could happen to anybody. Melanoma, you can see it. And if you see it and you don't do something about it, then you're asking for death. Thank you for your one statement that stuck in my brain and made me check my foot.
And the silver lining in all this.
Thank you.
You just made my day.
Wow, you saved my life.
Well,
So thank you.
we're just doing our job.
You know, and we do host this show, and watching that footage, that was many years ago. We do often ask the question, is anyone listening? We obviously hope, and we are so glad that you listened. And today you're...
I'm cancer-free.
Oh,
That's the best news.
And remember, this is why we recommend seeing a dermatologist annually for those people particularly who are prone to this, because there are places it's hard to see. It's hard to see the middle of my back, these crevices. I mean, you really should check everywhere. But what are we looking for?
Usually, most cases are pretty typical in that they're darker than the usual mole. They have irregular borders. They may have, here's an example, irregular borders, quite dark, darker than the typical. Asymmetric, another one, and sometimes larger.
And the takeaway, if you're watching at home, is this. If you do have a concerning mole anywhere in your body, check all the crevices and spaces, get it checked out. Just like Amber, it could save your life, just like it did for you, Amber. Thank you for being here. Hey, I'm Dr. Travis Stork. Press here to subscribe to the doctor's YouTube channel and press here to help reduce tension.